Hi, this is Tutor Nick P, and this is Word Origins 246. The word origin today is handicap. Okay, somebody wants a screenshot, do it right now. Let's get right to it. If someone uses the term handicap, one has a physical or mental injury that is permanent. So one could be physically handicapped or mentally handicapped. All right, let's continue. We have a second meaning here. Any situation in which one has a disadvantage to make it harder to do something, that could be a handicap as well. All right, let's continue. Handicap and disabled were the original PC words used instead of words like cripple or retarded. Those two, especially nowadays, are considered to be more offensive, so they were replaced to be, more PC, remember, stands for politically correct. They used to be the most common words used to express, but both have fallen out of favor and are sometimes considered to be offensive. Depending upon who you say them to or how sensitive they are, they could be. Let's continue. The more PC words are now challenged and special needs. So nowadays, you're more likely to hear somebody say mentally challenged or physically challenged. Or, to be honest, even challenged is starting to become questionable now. Special needs seems like the one that's coming more, to be more acceptable now. Who knows? I would not be surprised in another decade or so, or so many years from now, maybe they'll even find a problem with special needs, and they'll change again, and they'll think that even though these were the more acceptable words, they might be considered unacceptable, by somebody for some reason. Let's continue. The word handicap has an interesting origin and is very different from the way it is used today. It dates back to the 1600s from the phrase hand in cap, 3 words. It was an unusual pastime or type of gambling game in which one person wanted an article of another and offered a trade or something in exchange. The difference in value was decided by an umpire or judge. Yeah, so it's not like today where, we got cash to make it, where you could probably get it more exact. Obviously one item and another item were not really equal in value, so they had to have an umpire decide, the difference. Let's continue. All 3 parties put forfeit money in the game. So forfeit money meaning it's money that they could possibly lose. So all 3, so both the 2 people trading and the umpire himself put some money in a cap. Okay. The two opponents expressed agreement or disagreement by removing their hands full or empty. If both were the same, the umpire got the forfeit money. If they were different, the person who accepted the offer got the money. Okay, let's continue. Sometime later, the term was applied to horse racing, so you can kind of see how it evolves here. Again, an umpire was involved and decided the amount of weight to be carried by each horse. The owners of the horses showed either approval or disapproval in a similar way. Yeah, like when you have horses, it might be very clear that this horse is younger and stronger and will probably win. So in order to make it more fair, the horses that have more advantage, they put a little bit more weight on them so that it's closer to that, the other horses have a chance to win too. All right, let's continue. Okay. The handicap term came to mean the extra weight carried by the horse. They had to bear a disadvantage or handicap to make the race more fair. Otherwise, the young and the healthiest horse would probably win all the time. In 1915, this term started to be used for disabled people. So this is how it evolved. This is how it came into being. All right, and we just have 2 examples to show how it's used. Here's the first one. He lost the use of his legs, but he learned to overcome his handicap with prosthetic limbs. Okay, so this is the one where you are physically handicapped. And the second one here, because you are older and stronger, you will have to give him a 30-second head start as a handicap. So this is one where it's a situation one has a disadvantage. Obviously, in this case, if the like two kids were racing, maybe say one was 10 years old and one was 6 years old, the 10-year-old would have a lot more of an advantage. His legs are longer, he's stronger, he's probably faster. So if you let the 6-year-old have 30-second head start, maybe there's a small chance the 6-year-old might win. So this is the idea. So you have to bear a handicap. So these are the two ways that this noun is used. Okay, anyway, I hope it's clear. I hope you got it. I hope it was informative. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.